Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today we've got a special treat in the Ridge kitchen. We are making seared venison heart in a red wine mushroom onion sauce. We've got a couple of venison hearts here that were both harvested from the ridge. They were wet aged for 2 to 3 weeks. They are so tender. They're going to be delicious in our meal this evening. For ingredients, this is very, very simple. We've got some chopped mushroom. We've got some chopped onion. Of course, we're going to use some butter to give it that savory, rich flavor. Some sea salt, cracked pepper, garlic powder, a little accent seasoning to pop out that flavor, a little red wine. Any red wine will do. We're not fancy here on the ridge. And of course, some ground black pepper. First thing we're going to do is get our venison heart. Now the way I butchered this is I filleted it at the ventricles so it lays out flat like a steak. You know, a lot of people when they cut their venison heart, they slice it, looks like donut slices. If you cut it along the ventricle lines, you can have flat steaks. Go ahead and put our deer heart. I have a preheated pan here. I'll put some butter in there in just a second. Get all of our deer venison heart slices in here. And we're going to season it up, get it just perfect, and then we'll get it going, then we'll get our wine sauce going. Put a little bit of garlic powder on each piece. Next thing we'll get the sea salt on here. Sea salt is very important for your venison. All right, now we'll get some black pepper. Black pepper on there, makes it delicious. A little accent seasoning. A lot of people don't use this. I like it to get that little pop of the flavor. Put a little cracked peppercorn, black peppers on there. All right, now what we can do is put our heat on high. Now again, I already preheated this and you heard it sizzle a little bit when I first had it in. And we're gonna sear the sides of that. It doesn't take long to cook this venison heart, that's for sure. We'll season the other side. I'm gonna put some butter in there. We're gonna cook this in butter. It's gonna be delicious. You can see we've got high heat there and that looks so delicious. Now that that's getting hot, let's go ahead and put some butter on there. Butter in the frying pan. Can't have too much butter when you're cooking in the Ridge kitchen, that's for sure. All right, get that butter all around in there. Oh, that looks wonderful. So now while that's heating up, we're gonna go ahead and get our sauce pan warmed up. Put it on about a medium-high heat. This is looking delicious over here. Get that butter all moved around. I'm gonna flip this over the first time. Again, it does not take long to cook your venison heart, that's for sure. All right, get that going in there. Let's go ahead and a little more sea salt on there. A little more black pepper. There we go. Now let's go ahead and start on our wine sauce. First thing I'm gonna do, put in some butter. Get that going. And then I'm just gonna lightly brown my mushrooms and my onions. We'll add in the wine sauce little bit of seasoning, and it's gonna be great. Y'all can see on this piece of heart right here, that's where the trifoil, the blade went through for the crossbow bolt. I cut that out so we wouldn't have to eat that. All right, high heat to sear that last little bit right there. Get it in the butter. We're gonna pull this off. You don't wanna cook your venison heart too long, that's for sure, to get so tough. We are ready to pull off our venison heart. Again, medium rare, it's still tender. Oh, that's perfect. Now let's work on the wine sauce. We've got our butter melted in the pan. Let's go ahead and put our cup of mushrooms in. Put our cup of onions in. Stir that around. Again, we're not gonna cook them too long. We'll add a little sea salt to this mix. Cracked black pepper. Now we're gonna add a big old dollop of butter to the mix there. Let's get that all stirred up. Again, I don't wanna make my onions all mushy, but I do wanna get them browned a little bit. You can see we're reducing that down a little bit, our mushrooms and our onions. And then we'll be able to pull those off and then create the wine sauce out of the remainder. All right, before this gets cooked down too much, I'm gonna pull that off, get all this added to my bowl. It's gonna be my wine sauce bowl. Looks like those onions are cooked just right, not too mushy, not too crispy. It's okay if I leave a little bit in here for our wine sauce. That's what's going to give it that awesome flavor. So now we have some of our red Christmas wine. I'm just going to put about a cup or so in there. Oh, it's going to evaporate off all that alcohol. And then what I like to add, ooh, I smell so good. You can see that alcohol evaporating off. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of butter in there. Oh, look at that. Get that mixed in with that wine. Oh, it's really starting to reduce now. I'm gonna put a little bit more wine in there to get that temperature down. Evaporate the rest of this alcohol off, get it into a sauce form, pour it over our mushrooms and onion, then we'll be able to serve our venison heart. Now we're turning it up to high heat. Get this butter melted, get this alcohol evaporated out of there. If you haven't already, please subscribe to RidgeLife. Hit the notification bell to be notified anytime a new video comes out on RidgeLife. And if you like tonight's video, please hit the thumbs up. As you can see, we're reduced down to a thick sauce. I'm going to turn the heat off here. Now we're going to pour our wine sauce directly on our mushrooms and onions. Oh, that's going to be so delicious. We are ready to eat our seared venison and mushroom and onion wine sauce. The wine sauce looks wonderful. I'm going to put a little bit across the top of there. Again, the venison is medium rare. This is going to be so delicious. I am anxious to take a bite of our venison and see how well it tastes. Oh, it's so tender. Oh, it's cooked perfectly. Show everyone. Look how beautiful that's cooked. We'll get some mushroom on there. Here we go, our seared venison heart. Guys, that is so delicious. If you've never had venison heart, not overcooked, it's so tender and juicy. There's no gaminess whatsoever. It really is my favorite cuts of the venison. Well, I've got to get the rest of the venison prepared up with our baked macaroni and cheese and a dinner salad for the rest of the family. So until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day, and go Ridge Life.